Hello, today's movie is a 2009 American thriller film directed by Tony Scott and starring Denzel Washington and John Travolta. The movie is a remake of the 1974 film of the same name and is based on the novel by Morton Friedgood. The movie takes place in New York City, where a group of armed men hijack a subway train and hold the passengers as hostages. The leader of the hijackers, a man named Ryder, demands a ransom of $10 million in exchange for the release of the hostages. Walter Garber is a dispatcher for the subway company who becomes the primary negotiator between the hijackers and the authorities. He tries to keep the situation under control while also dealing with his own personal problems. As he becomes working at the rail control center as part of an ongoing investigation into allegations that he accepted a bribe to endorse a Japanese car manufacturer for the upcoming subway car contract, while Ryder was a Wall Street broker who went to prison for 10 years for embezzlement. After separating the front car from the rest of the train, the group takes the passengers hostage.
Control center calling Pelham.
Unfortunately, during the course of the hijacking, one of the hijackers named Bashkim kills an undercover police officer. Then Ryder and a former MTA train operator named Ramos settle into the front of the car, while the rest of the hijackers keep watch over the hostages in the back.
Let's do it again. Conduct those people.
I want everybody to slowly...
Ryder demands a ransom of $10 million to be paid within an hour, or he will kill one passenger for each minute that goes past the deadline. Garber and Ryder converse to each other over the microphone.
Yes, I read you.
Catholic knows that nobody is innocent.
So what do I call you anyway?
Ryder's men set up a Wi-Fi booster to allow him to access his laptop in the tunnel and watch the stock market goes down by nearly 1,000 points. One of the passengers had a laptop with an active webcam. The webcam reconnects through the same Wi-Fi link, permitting the man's girlfriend to see the hostage situation through her desktop computer. She provides a live feed of the situation to a local TV station. After the mayor is intercepted by his staff on a train in the Bronx and taken back to the rail control center, Garber makes the decision to comply with Ryder's demands and have the city pay the hefty $10 million ransom. Lieutenant Caminetti, from New York City Police Department, arrives to the rail control center and Garber's boss, whose relationship with Garber is not so good. This leads a chain of events that culminates in the tragic death of the train operator, James Pollard. When Caminetti orders Garber to leave the premises, much to the chagrin of Ryder, who demands to speak only to Garber. Caminetti refuses. Then Ryder takes matters into his own hands and fires a fatal shot at Pollard, who was a former classmate to Garber in motor school. In response, Caminetti told the crew to br Garber back onto the mic. Then he sets up a sniper unit in the tunnel where the car is stuck, but Ryder remains unyielding in his demand to only speak to Garber. As the situation becomes increasingly tense, Caminetti becomes perplexed as to why Ryder is fixated on Garber. Garber boss told him about the investigation for bribery, and Caminetti requests permission to search Garber home. Garber acquiesces and discloses the situation to his wife. Meanwhile, Ryder discovers through news reports about Garber case and that he received a bribe in Japan. He forces Garber to admit to it by holding a boy with a laptop at gunpoint. Garber confesses that he accepted the money to cover his children's education and their college payments, but maintains that the Japanese company was still his top pick. As the police stand down in the tunnel, a rat crawls up an officer's leg, causing him to accidentally discharge his sniper rifle and kill Ramos. Ramos was in the motorman's position. This tragic turn of events adds a layer of complexity to the already tense situation, leaving the negotiators scrambling to regain control and find a way to end the hostage crisis before any more lives are lost. Money transported to Grand Central, Ryder demands Garber to deliver it in 7 minutes.
Finally, somebody got the...
Hello.
Garber calls wife to inform her about his miss, but she only cares about him asking to come home safely. Garber delivers money with hidden pistol. He ordered to operate train to different location.
They're gonna move that train. With street level exit. Move forward here, okay?
Ryder locks driving lever, the train accelerates and goes down Coney Island. As the Metropolitan Transportation Authority remains oblivious to the lever mechanism, they assume the hijackers and Garber are still on board the train. Garber escapes and tracks the hijackers to an abandoned subway station beneath the Waldorf Astoria Hotel. Ryder separates from Bashkim and Emery, who are killed by police outside the hotel. The runaway train halts safely after a red signal. While Ryder escapes in a taxi with Garber in pursuit. Ryder checks his laptop and reveals he made a huge profit by short-selling the market and investing in gold. Ryder abandons the taxi on Manhattan Bridge due to traffic and continues on foot. Garber confronts him and Ryder demands to be killed before the police arrive. Ryder gives Garber 10 seconds to shoot him, but Garber makes the first move and shoots Ryder dead. The mayor thanks Garber and offers him a ride home, but Garber refuses and heads for the subway. The film ends with Garber walking into his home with a grocery bag of milk as his wife requested before. Hope you enjoyed the movie and subscribe. Thanks.